What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Victor, and on today's tutorial I'm going to be putting you guys through on how you can master your Afro songs. So can we master this on a heavy phone? I think we should just do it on a very maybe this is kind of Wizkid type of stuff, so let's just vibe on it and see what we can do with these themes. So let's get down. Okay, welcome back guys, and so this is it, and I want to play the sound for you before we start the mastering process, and I'm going to be putting you guys through everything step by step. So let's get down.
It's the pro with another one.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shot day. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shot day. You dey give me oh yeah, shot day. Oh yeah, day with me, oh yeah, shot day. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shot day. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shot day. You dey give me motive, shot day. Make a day with you, oh yeah, shot day. Baby, best in time. I know a place we go cool our mind. Today, not today, I go shut you down. Tomorrow day, I go bring you down. Under my umbrella, sit now. You gonna say na me get banner. Anything you want, baby, give it to you. Me, I no lie, say now you get my mind. Oh, see devil like you sight me. See them want to push me down. I don't know what they do then. Yeah, they want just to bring me down. Under my umbrella, sit now. You gonna say na me get banner. Anything you want, baby, give it to you. Me, I no lie, say now you get my mind. Oh. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shot day. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shot day. You dey give me oh yeah, shot day. Oh yeah, day with me, oh yeah, shot day. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shot day. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shot day. You dey give me motive, shot day. Make a day with you, oh yeah, shot day.
Alright guys, and this is what we are going to be working on for today, and this is what we are going to be mastering. So as you can see, this is already passing through the process of the mixing, and as you can see, the mixing is very sound and clean, and I'm about to master this sound. So I decided to just bring it up to the channel so that everybody can just vibe along with me as we dive into the. So guys, without further ado, we have our classes coming up very soon, and our mixing and mastering class is going to come up very soon, which is going to last for 3 months, and our registration is going to end by Friday this week, which is on the 17th of May. So guys, don't forget to message me right on my WhatsApp, and then get the information needed to join our class as we are about to start our process of our mixing, which is coming up soon. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button also, and don't forget to comment on this video. It helps a lot. So I'm going to be putting stuff here.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shot day. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shot day. You dey give me oh yeah, shot day. Oh yeah, day with me, oh yeah.
So as you can see, I don't want to do too much mastering on these themes, and I likely want this to be very heavy, and I likely want it to be very soft, because I'm trying to target the kind of Wizkid kind of pattern of song, and some kind of light mastering. So that was what I'm trying to achieve in this process. So I want us to just take a look at some plugins I've used, and I'm going to be taking them all of them off. So we are going to be applying this one after the other. So just take a listen to it, and let's see what I did here. So the first plugin I wanted to add was our VU meter. This is from Wave, also using it to just to level up my mixer. I know maybe you might be confused about it, but this is how it sounds. I'm trying to like target around 2 here to 1 dB, if possible 0, and I wanted my meter to stay at that before I can start my mixing. And if it's getting down to this 3 plus here, then I have to go back to my mixing and try to turn my mixing very well, because once it's hitting this red aspect here, I don't think I can be able to master that, because it's already not giving me much headroom to do what I want to do. So let's take a listen to it and see.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shot day. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shot day.
Sorry, I turned off my stuff here, so let's turn it on. nice. On, let's go.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me oh yeah, shade.
So as you can see, once even when it's going to the 3, it's not staying there. It's around that kind of 3 to -3 to -2 dB, and that is what is very very nice. Sometimes 0 is not bad, but staying at 2, 1, 3 plus here is very very dangerous to your mastering. You have to go back to your mixing and try to adjust some stuff here to get a clear mastering and get a very clean, avoid clipping, you know. So let's see.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me oh yeah, shade. Oh yeah, there with me, oh yeah, shade.
So I didn't do anything there. I just tried to set it. So so at first I was hitting around -2, and it's not constant. It's just going and coming, but I feel that it's going to clip, so I have to go back to my mixing. Actually I mix this sound on FL Studio. I love to mix in FL Studio, so I have to just go there and just adjust it and export and send to Reaper once more. So the next thing I wanted to add was my Ozone 11. This is a very fantastic plugin. It's good for mastering and I love it. I love to use it very well. So pay attention guys. So let me just we're going to be doing a lot of touching here. So the first thing I wanted to add was a dynamic EQ. The dynamic EQ was switched is on the side. I have to like start my adjusting from this place. When I came to this place, I just have to cut down some stuff which sounds this way. So guys, don't forget to use your headset on this. It helps. So let's see. So that copy sound is very very annoying, and I feel like I needed to adjust it a little bit. So let's see again, because I feel that is too much. Let's see if I can just take it down a little bit and just give us a little bit of adjustment. So let's see what I can do.
You dey give me motive, shade. Make a day with you, oh yeah, shade. Baby, best in time. I know a place we go cool our mind. Today I go shut you down.
So you can see how clean my vocal is. You can see how clean my mastering is becoming because of all this. You see that I've tamed down all this annoying sound. So let's take a listen to this annoying sound also and see. So I feel those sound are decent here on that aspect, and it needed more to be tamed down a little bit, you know. So that was very very annoying.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. Me oh yeah, shade. Oh yeah, there with me, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me motive, shade. Make a day with you, oh yeah, shade. Baby, best in time. I know a place we go cool our mind. Today I go shut you down. Tomorrow day I go bring you down. Under my umbrella, sit now. You gonna say na me get banner. Anything you want, baby, give it to you. Me, I no lie, say now you get my mind. Oh, see devil like you sight me.
Alright, so I came to this aspect also, and I did something stuff here also, which is this is the sound. So this kind of annoying sound can actually destroy your mastering process. It's not going to come out very clean. So mastering is all about the process of doing little taming, little touching, you removing some kind of frequency that is not actually needed. So that's what mastering is all about. So I just have to just do little things that can really help. So that's what I did.
Give me love for your shade.
So my aim of doing this is that I'm trying to target the aspect, like I wanted to keep this very clean by all means, and that is the reason why I am doing all this or using the dynamic EQ to tame this stuff down. It's because I wanted everything to be very clean. So I can just increase the band of this place depending on the sound that I'm hearing. So let's take a listen to what is here and see. So for those of you who don't know how to use a dynamic EQ, you can just pick up a point that you wanted to do. Just pick up any point that you feel this noise is you feel that you wanted to adjust. Silent it here using the X here, and then you can just solo it here. Sorry, so you can just adjust everything here, and then you can just put it through. Okay. You can just adjust it here. Alright, just bring it down. So bring it down. So once you bring it down, you can just touch your threshold here. I don't know how to put this to explanation, but let's just keep it this way for now. If you don't understand anything, you can drop it at the comment section, so that I'm going to attend to that.
You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shut it. You dey give me oh yeah, shut it.
So for that aspect, I don't think I wanted to do anything there, because that is the base aspect of this mix, and I don't want to do too much about that. So let's just forget about that aspect. So there was some stuff here I don't really like, so I have to remove that just using the other method I just showed you. I did the same thing there. So I came to this aspect, which is very, very, very annoying. I always knew there are some annoying sound here in Internet Master, and I hate it. Alright, so let's take a listen to it.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shut it. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shut it. You dey give me oh yeah, shut it. Oh yeah, dey with me, oh yeah, shut it. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shut it. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shut it. You dey give me motive, shut it.
So my goals is trying to keep this mastering to be very, very clean. That's what I'm trying to target, and I wanted to just do that. I don't want to do too much, but keeping it clean, I want it to be very clean. So if you have your headset or even your earpods, you can discover that it's sounding very, very clean with just little touch of this we did. So let me just turn it off, and let's listen to before and after.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shut it. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shut it. You dey give me oh yeah, shut it.
So let me turn it on.
Oh yeah, dey with me, oh yeah, shut it. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shut it. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shut it.
Alright, so I want us to talk about the aspect of the mid-range, and then what I did in the mid-range here was trying to remove something from this aspect, and which sounds this way. So this sound is also very annoying, so I try to tackle it. So as you can see, at the side mid-range, the side here, I have to do the same thing here, and then when I came to the mid, I have to do the same thing also. So as you can see, I just have to tame it, bring it down, touch my threshold to about minus 67.7 dB, and which was which was too much, which was not that much, sorry. So I just have to do a little bit of this and remove this sound. So in this, I can also try to tackle some other stuff here, and let's see what we can do with this. So I'm going to be doing this this way, and then I'm going to be soloing this aspect. So let's listen to the bar frequency that we have here. Let's see if we can remove something again. So I'm doing this for you guys to see what I am doing, and then get a little understanding about it. So I think I hit something here. Let's see, just get something done here. Bring it a little bit. Now let me just touch my threshold to push it down a little bit. So let's see.
I do them, yeah. They want just to bring me down under my umbrella. Sit now, you go no say na me get banner. Anything you want, baby, give it to you. Me I no lie, say now you get my mind. Oh.
So I feel like tackling some other things here again. So let's see what we can do. So this is what mastering is all about. Try to look for the bad frequency, because there are different kind of speakers, so that is going to play this song. So before the song will get to the final consumer, everything should be cool. So let's do a little of this, because let's just do a little of that.
Best in time, I know a place we go cool our mind. Today not today I go shut you down. Tomorrow day I go bring you down. Under my umbrella, sit tenna. You gonna know me get banner. Anything you want, baby, give it to you. Me I no lie, say now you get my oh. See devil like you sight me. See them want to push me down. I don't know what they do them. Yeah, they want.
I feel like doing little here again.
Anything you want, baby, give it to you. Me, I no lie, say now you get my mind, oh, oh, oh. You dey give me love, oh, yeah, shot day. You dey give me joy, oh, yeah, shot day. You dey give me oh, yeah, shot day. Oh, yeah, day with me, oh, yeah, shot day. You dey give me love, oh, yeah, shot day. You dey give me joy, oh, yeah, shot day. You dey give me motive, shot day. Make a day with you, oh, yeah, shot day.
Before I forgot, I did something here which I used the gain match to. I just click on the gain match, as you can see. So the reason why I'm clicking on the gain match, because I don't want this particular plugin to add any extra volume to my mastering. I just want it to remain the way I brought it in. The volume should remain that way, so that I can be able to control it with other plugins. So that's the reason why I have to click on the gain match. So if you have to if you have to open your dynamic EQ and it doesn't show this way, you can just go to this side and just put into side and mid before you start processing everything. So this is what I did in the mid, and this is what I did at the side aspect, and everything is standing very cool. So let's take a listen.
You dey give me love, oh, yeah, shot day. You dey give me joy, oh, yeah, shot day. You dey give me oh, yeah, shot day. Oh, yeah, day with me, oh, yeah, shot day. You dey give me love, oh, yeah, shot day.
So the next thing I have to do is my EQ, and this is my EQ1, and this is from the same Uzun, and it has a multiple plugin. So if I click the plus sign here, you can see a lot of plugin, stabilizer, vintage compressor, vintage EQ, vintage limiter, vintage tape. There are a lot of them here that you can use, and even though when you have this Uzun 11, you can even use it to mix and master your song in total, and everything is cool. So let's take a listen to this EQ. So as you can see, I was doing some stuff here, and I did some, sorry. So as you can see, I did some stuff here again, removing those bad frequency using the EQ, and this is how it sounds. So at this time I'm using an EQ this time around, and this is not a dynamic EQ, cutting down that aspect. So I came to this aspect, and I have to boost some cool sound here, which sounds this way. Yeah, so that's how it sound. If you're with your headset, you can see some little bass there. I love it. So I feel like opening it a little bit.
You dey give me motive, shot day. Make a day with you, oh, yeah, shot day. Baby, best in time, I know it. You dey give me love, oh, yeah, shot day. You dey give me joy, oh, yeah, shot day.
So you can listen to that bass at that aspect, and let's bypass it and see the difference and see.
You dey give me love, oh, yeah, shot day. You dey give me joy, oh, yeah, shot day. You dey give me oh, yeah, shot day. Oh, yeah, day with me, oh, yeah, shot day. You dey give me love, oh, yeah, shot day. You dey give me joy, oh, yeah, shot day. You dey give me motive, shot day. Make a day with you, oh, yeah, shot day. Baby, best in time.
So that was what I did with the EQ there. So let's talk about the imager I use. So in the imager, I didn't actually did much here. It's just trying to demarcate my high mid, my high frequency, my mid frequency, and my low mid frequency, and that was what I was trying to do here, clicking this aspect, and also this aspect. So I can just solo then and just see what they sound each So you can see.
You dey give me joy, oh yeah,
So
you dey give me love, oh
so what I basically have to do here is just to bring this down to minus 42, and then and this about 33. Take this up also, and then what did I did again at this aspect? This aspect, just trying to spray it, and as you can see, once I play the sound, just listen to this boss as this angle, and you can see.
yeah, shade. You dey give me oh yeah, shade. Oh yeah, dey with me, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me motive, shade. Make I dey with you, oh yeah, shade. Baby, best in time. I know a place we go cool our mind. Today, not today, I go shut you down. Tomorrow day, I go bring you down.
So as you can see the way I bring my high mid up a little bit, and the spray of my high end was very high also. As you can see, I took it all the way up, took this one all the way up a little bit, but at the mid range I leave it that way because I don't want to boost much things at that mid, because that's the body of my songs and I don't want to do too much. At the low I have to bring it down a little bit to let my vocals to be able to breathe properly on it. So that was all I did using the Ozone 11 plugin to master. So the next stuff we are going to be talking about here is our should I say Pultec EQ, and this is a Pultec EQ boosting. You can see I boost this. I have to set my frequency to about 60, boosting the 60 range of it, about 3, not doing too much, and then I have to come to this aspect and then do some little touching here also, as you can see, and then boosting the mid range of it also, and also the highs, as you can see, giving the high frequency about 16, boosting about 16 aspect of it, and then my band, as you can see. So that was only what I touch in this aspect. So let's take a listen and see how it sound.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me oh yeah, shade. Oh yeah, dey with me, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade.
So you can see the way the Pultec EQ have to enhance some kind of volume of sound. So I'm just doing little stuff here, and this is what mastering is all about. So let's see what I did here. The next thing I have to add is adding the compressor to it, and this is a SSL compressor, and what I'm using this compressor for is gluing my sound together. I have to click on the analog and to give it that analog feeling. My threshold, you can see the setting of my threshold, my makeup gain, as you can see. So my attack was at 10, my ratio was at 2, and then my mix was up to 100, and my release was around -6, and this is my rate. I didn't touch anything here, I just leave it that way. So I'm just doing this to glue both the beat and the vocals together so that they can become one. So let's take a listen.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me oh yeah, shade. Oh yeah, dey with me, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me motive, shade.
So I have to add this MI pusher to it. So the reason why I'm adding this MI pusher, sometimes I can decide to use a maybe a limiter to push the sound of my sound of my mastering, but I feel I should try this out this time around to see how it goes, and I feel that it worked fine, and it is good, and most especially touching the punching aspects to punch it out a little bit. Most times I used to use limiter to like push it up, push it up. So that was what I do sometimes. So at this extent I just have to this is my magic, should I call this magic? So I have to push it all the way to this aspect, as you can see, and then my input, as you can see, I didn't touch anything there, and then my high end I didn't touch anything. The body of my sound I have to touch it about 5.0, and then my low end I have to push my low a little bit, just like an EQ is an EQ. You can just use it to even EQ your sound. So just but most especially what I did here was you touching the push aspect, and this is what I just push a little bit, 3.2, and it sounds this way.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me oh yeah, shade. Oh yeah, dey with me, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me motive, shade.
So I'm trying to bring up the volume of my sound, and when trying to bring up the volume of the mastering to be able to match up and be able to compete with other songs, so that once your song is played at the party or any occasional stuff, it's going to stand out, and it's going to sound like other songs. So that is it. That's what I use that for. So I will still, guys, talking about our class, which is be coming up on Monday. And then, guys, if you haven't registered for our class, for the mixing and mastering class, which is going to be taken up from next week, try and be able to message me on WhatsApp or register with us before it runs out. We do amazing things. We teach a lot of amazing stuff right here on that channel. So we are going to be bringing up a lot of stuff. So guys, don't miss out. Make yourself be the great producer that you have dreamt of. So that is it. So let's talk about the other aspect of this, which is the Fat Filter Pro limiter. I did some stuff here which I have to set. Let's take a listen to first.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me oh yeah, shade. Oh yeah, dey with me, oh yeah, shade.
Now I'm adding this limiter because I have to take the volume of my mix all the way up, and then I need a limiter to be able to limit and avoid some clipping. So I have to set my lock head to about 2.84 ms. My attack, it was about 532.3 ms, and then my release was 68. And then this is all I did concerning that. And I have to play my sound when trying to get this to be able. So when I play my sound, you can see some red frequencies trying to duck down some high frequency, just like the kick, and some high aspect that is not leveled up. Try to bring them down and make it not to pierce into the ears.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me oh yeah, shade. Oh yeah, dey with me, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me motive, shade. Make I dey with you, oh yeah.
So that is how it sounds. So the last thing I wanted to add, I added into this was my Yulin loudness. I use this to measure the loudness, the true loudness of my sound. So sometimes I like to keep my loudness about -9. And let's take a listen.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey.
So I think the loudness is clocking that. So let's see. I'm going to be using this pusher to bring it down a little bit. I don't want this sound to be too high. I don't want it to be too loud. So let's see. Let's measure it with it and see.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me oh yeah, shade. Oh yeah, dey with me, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me motive, shade. Make I dey with you, oh yeah, shade. Baby, best in time. I know a place we go cool our mind. Today, not today, I go shut you down. Tomorrow day, I go bring you down. Under my umbrella, sit now. You gonna say na me get banner. Anything you want, baby, give it to you. Me, I no lie, say now you get my mind. Oh, see devil like to sight me. See them want to push me down. I don't know what they do then. Yeah, they want just to bring me down. Under my umbrella, sit now. You gonna say na me get banner. Anything you want, baby, give it to you. Me, I no lie, say now you get my mind. Oh, oh, oh. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me oh yeah, shade. Oh yeah, dey with me, oh yeah, shade.
So alright guys, this is going to be the end of our tutorial for today, and we are going to stop here for now. So as you can see, what I was trying to do with my Yulin loudness, both with my MI pusher, was that I was trying to set the loudness of this sound, and this sound is something that I just have to maintain the loudness, and I wanted to keep it around -9 on my Yulin loudness, because if you don't have this plugin, try to download this, because it can measure up your sound, and then the actual volume of the sound is going to come out like the way you have to export it. So I wanted to tame it down. I don't want it to be above the -9, so I have to keep it that way. So guys, listen to the final process of this song, and this is what we got at the final mix.
You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me oh yeah, shade. Oh yeah, dey with me, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me motive, shade. Make I dey with you, oh yeah, shade. Baby, best in time. I know a place we go cool our mind. Today, not today, I go shut you down. Tomorrow day, I go bring you down. Under my umbrella, sit tenna. You gonna say na me get banner. Anything you want, baby, give it to you. Me, I no lie, say now you get my mind. Oh, see devil like to sight me. See them want to push me down. I don't know what they do then. Yeah, they want just to bring me down. Under my umbrella, sit tenna. You gonna say na me get banner. Anything you want, baby, give it to you. Me, I no lie, say now you get my mind. Oh. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me oh yeah, shade. Oh yeah, dey with me, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me love, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me joy, oh yeah, shade. You dey give me motive, shade. Make I dey with you, oh yeah, shade.
Push it London, push it London. Make I do dance, I'm a lucky London. You can see me, I go like a tom tom. Push it London, make I push it London. Push it London, make I push it